If there's one thing that I would do different, maybe, is, what is this, amateur hour? I mean, come on.
They're like, I'm not gonna miss this place at all.
Well, we can tell that we're back on 95.
What?
It's so bad.
Oh, you're right.
I'm always right. Can you say that one more time, a little slower? Today is our last leg of the trip until we get home. We will get home today. I think everyone's ready to be home. Kids are for sure ready to be home. They told me this was too long of a trip, etc. Brandy and I wouldn't say we're excited to get home, but I think we're ready to be home as well. We've had a blast on this trip, but I've got an early morning start. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I literally just woke up. Everyone else is still asleep. There's a few things that I want to get done before we leave today, sort of preparing for storing the RV. So I want to like top off the propane because they're super low. I don't want to have to deal with that next time I use it. I don't want to have to worry about going to get it refilled because there's a couple of places locally here. We're staying at the Carowinds Wilderness Campground. It's Carowinds Camp Wilderness. Not my favorite place, if I'm being honest. I had higher hopes. It's very dirty, just like dirt everywhere. Our campsite was just dirt. I'm not impressed. It's fine, but whatever. They gave me a piece of paper here that has a bunch of places listed nearby that do propane refill. So when I get that done, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some breakfast for everybody so that we can just eat. We don't have to cook anything. We don't have to clean dishes. We can just get on the road this morning and hope to get home probably early to mid-afternoon. So that is a little bit of my plan this morning before we get out of here. A couple of other things about the Carowinds campground that I wasn't real impressed with. One, it looks like there are some permanent residents here with some really old junk kicking around. Again, it's kind of like whatever, but I wouldn't have expected that at Carowinds, at like a big theme park. The other thing that I was just reminded of as I'm pulling up to it is the pool. It's small. Again, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. But it closes at 7:30. It's like the middle of summer. It's like the end of July. The kids got here, we went to dinner, they came back, we wanted to take them swimming, get some energy out. They've been awesome in the car. We got to the pool, they closed at 7:30, so they couldn't go swimming. They were pretty bummed about that. I don't know, something about this place just it kind of rubs me wrong. Well, that plan sort of backfired. I was not able to refill the propane for two reasons. One place didn't open till 9, and it was like 7:30 when I left, and I wasn't waiting around for an hour and a half, obviously. Two, it's Sunday, so everyone else was closed. So we're just gonna get the stuff loaded back up. We're gonna get hitched up for the last time and head home. Does that make you happy?
Yes. I need to be home.
So I'll get these propane tanks locked down up here. Then I want to flush out the black tank really well. I'll dump the gray tanks obviously, but then the black tank before this thing sits for however long until we use it again. I want to make sure that we really flush out that black tank really well. So I'll spend a few minutes doing that and then homeward bound. Okay, girls. That's it, we're done. Our trip.
So are we technically in South Carolina right now?
We are on the border. So across the street is South Carolina. I think we're technically in North Carolina presently. We are sort of ending our trip. It's a little bittersweet, huh?
Yeah.
We spent a year thinking about this trip, saying next year we're doing this trip next summer. And that went into me researching RVs and campers and all that kind of stuff, and then trying to plan routes, where we wanted to go, and then sort of switching gears, realizing that wasn't feasible after several test trips and a lot of learning. And I think we have a lot of experience now under our belts for sure.
Yeah, I think we're ready for the next one. I just love traveling and seeing new places. So I'm gonna miss that part, but I'm ready to be home and just like have space. Everybody have their own space because it's been very challenging and a little claustrophobic for me. I like having space to myself.
Well, hopefully the rest of our trip is uneventful. I guess we'll find out here shortly. Let's just hope for a nice, smooth, easy 3.5 hours. I did it again.
I think it's 4.5 hours.
3.5.
I saw 4.5 last night.
3.5.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
But I saw 4.
But I'm also not putting directions in my phone until I'm like trying to pull out once again. What is this, amateur hour? I mean, come on.
Oh, you're right. 3.5.
I'm always right. Can you say that one more time, a little slower? I mean, with all the stops we're gonna end up having to make, it'll be 4.5, I'm sure.
No, because we're not gonna stop at all. We're gonna make it straight through.
You won't have to go to the bathroom and you won't get hungry.
Oh
Right?
my God.
As I'm putting directions in the phone, and it was kind of awkward to just type in home.
Yeah. Hannah thinks so too.
She's upset about leaving. Her and I are gonna hit the road again
It's
for a while.
because she knows she's gonna have to sleep in her crib when she's not sleeping in bed with me anymore. Especially
Yeah.
not after last night.
It was it's kind of weird just hitting home and like, home. This has been home for a while. We've been pulling home around with us, you know? Now we're in South Carolina. If there's one thing that I would do different, maybe, is switch to a diesel truck. Because waiting at the gas pumps for gasoline at these like larger truck stop type gas stations where everyone gravitates is a nightmare. I mean, trying to get a 40-foot trailer through regular car gas pumps with 400 other people fighting for them is a pain. It really is annoying. There's just no common courtesy. People are just cutting you off and shoving themselves in there. It's quite a pain. So that's one thing that would be a bonus, is if I had a diesel, I could go through the truck lanes where the truckers are and fuel up there, but that is not an option in a gas truck.
Hannah, oh my God, she's just throwing her burgers. Give me a burger for throwing that.
Well, we can tell that we're back on 95.
What?
It's so bad. Jeez. This is the worst section of road we've driven in both directions, north and south. It's been I-95.
It's dripping.
It's hard to eat. And we are back to where this whole thing started and began, back in the parking lot, the shop storage lot here. Guys, I really appreciate everyone who's sort of watched and honked at us on the road, and new subscribers here on the channel. We had a really good time on this trip. We had no problems with the rig and all that kind of stuff, no tire blowouts, nothing crazy. The family had a good time despite having to take a detour to Ohio, which sort of put a little bit of a damper on like the fun, exciting sort of adventures that we had planned and going to Destin. So I'll have to get on and take those trips sometime in the near future. This is obviously not like the last video on this channel or anything, so we'll keep doing more. Got a lot of boating to do still this summer and whatever else we get ourselves into. So, but again, thank you so much for following along on our like family summer road trip. Okay, I gotta get this thing cleaned out. See you guys next week. Peace. Hans, we're home, buddy. What do you think? Excited? You ready to run around? Pecky! What's up, buddy?
Oh, he's so light. He's so light. He's not fat anymore.
Are you excited to be home?